Alright, you ready now? Now?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What's good, my boy?
Are we on?
Yeah, we on. What's up, everybody? This is, I don't know, fucking episode, whatever. This is my boy. This is Skye Atondo.
Yeah, we're gonna bleep that first name out, but no one needs to know the government yet.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
My bad. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. It was a push to get out here, but I honestly had to make this push. I've been trying to get on the podcast for a minute now.
Yeah.
It was about that time.
Definitely. Yeah, and I've been trying to get this guy on for a long time. I don't know if you guys have seen the Coachella episode that I did where I talked about my experience, but this guy's the guy I was telling you about that snuck in, but we'll get to that a little later. But first off, man, nice to have you here. I'm glad to have you here. What do you think of the setup?
Hey, man, I just want to say congratulations to this man. He opened his own little studio within the house, and he bought a house.
I appreciate that.
Hey, man.
Hey.
You got to show love for that.
Got it. Yeah, so, like you said, this is the new studio. This is the new setup. This is where we're going to be doing this is where all the magic's pretty much going to happen. But let's just get into it, brother.
Yeah, man.
So what you been up to lately?
Okay.
I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably been 5 months too long. But so basically, I was living up in North Hollywood for a minute, and I was not living my best life. Well, I was living a life. That was a fact. But yeah, I just moved out to Laguna. Shout out to 333 Production. Working with my boys now. We got Peyton, Rob, Bryce, and Dima. And honestly, without them, I probably wouldn't have the following that I've gained within the last couple months.
Yeah, I feel that. And what is that for again? You said 3-3 Productions. What is this 3-3 Productions that you got going on?
It's just basically like a look at the baby. Yeah, man. So it's basically just a group of guys that have different talents like throughout the area, because we're tired of paying for photographers, videographers, and like having to bring our own models in. And two of the guys do videography. One of the guys does photography, and then within that, the rest of the guys are personal trainers.
Oh, okay.
So we just kind of all like coincide together.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. I got a lot of buddies that are videographers, photographers as well. So this might be your calling, guys. This guy's got shit going on. So I think if you guys want to be a part of this, you definitely should jump on it.
Hey, hit my line, bro. Like, I'm really not one of those people that's like exclusive with it. I feel like if you got talent and like you got something going on, like I feel like my group of guys will fuck with you.
And what's that Instagram at? That I can hit you at?
Oh yeah, it's who is Skye, and then it's SKYEE.
Yep.
And yeah,
I'll put it right here.
Yeah,
it'll be right here.
Hit like the little link below.
I'm not that good at editing yet.
Okay.
So, okay. But yeah, so definitely hit this guy up. I mean, he's got big things coming, and I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of it, and we've already talked about this.
Oh yeah, man.
And obviously, you know, I know I'm your brother, but at the same time, like I feel like just because I am your brother and we have like that blood connection, I don't want to just feel like, oh, like I'm definitely a part of this already. Like I told you, like I didn't want to throw myself out there like to be part of this until I knew I had something to offer to, you know, this 333 Productions. So definitely from here on out, it's just gonna be, you know, pumping out all this shit. So.
Oh yeah, man, because you kind of got me on board to even be like on this new YouTube wave, because I haven't even touched it yet. Like I've just been so focused on Instagram and what Twitter was that like
yep.
I was kind of like hesitant to start, but then like I saw you like pop out video after video, and I was like, damn, bro, like my brother's already doing it. It's time to hop on the train.
Yeah, and that's funny too, because like with this whole podcast thing, man, it's been like tough because I don't know anything. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not tech savvy. Like I barely know the shit on my iPhone. I feel like every day I'm learning something new on it. So like all this editing, audio, like dude, this fucking recorder, like I'm still learning stuff. So like even all this, like it took so much for me to be like there were so many times I had all these ideas, all these video ideas, all these episodes, and I had like stuff like material written down for days, but when it came down to it, I was like, fuck it, like I can either just, you know, and I wanted to do it, and I didn't want to get to the point where I just got like burnt out and being like, fuck this, like I'm not gonna do it, like I can't do it. So I was like, fuck it, like I can, you know, I've just the capability as much as everyone else.
Right.
So I just fucking said, fuck it. Luckily, mom and dad blessed me. Shout out to mom and dad. They blessed me with this recorder on Christmas, and from there on out, like I just was like, that's it, like that, like I have to do this.
Right.
And you know, I started getting microphones. I mean, I got this lighting, and like I got my boy, shout out to boy Jer and Eric, my cousin Eric. Like they always I always hit them up, and they're always helping me on like lighting and, you know, what my camera should be set at. So I'm glad I could get that going, and I think from at this point I'm at a good, like I'm like stable to the point where like I can put out episodes and like editing wise, I mean, all that shit I learned on YouTube. So
Right.
yeah, so all that stuff's been like, it's been a challenge. It's been fun. Like it's one of those things I didn't even know I could do.
Oh yeah, man, and
Yeah.
like you have a good crew behind you too. Like I think that's really like that's one of the biggest things that, like I do want to talk about this is that like for us, it's not just us. Like to create what we have created, I think we had like our own supporters and our own people like help us with what we're doing, bro. Because a lot of times I'm like, oh yeah, I'm individual. I did it all by myself. Fuck no. Like
exactly.
people really like trusted us and like what we're doing now to the point where like yeah, like we got Eric, we got your boys. I don't know his name, but like
Jer.
yeah, Jair, bro. Like those type of guys, you need that what do you want to call that, cement ground?
Yeah,
to, like
yeah.
to build yourself up
Like
from
that
there.
base, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I know you've come with you've had a few struggles as far as same thing. Like I mean, you don't have your own camera,
Right.
and so I know you're pretty much doing the same thing. But as far as like you're hitting up people like, hey, like I got this idea, and I know you're gonna want to be a part of this, so like bring your cameras. And like luckily you have that. Like and you what is it? You have a way with words. You're able to persuade people to follow you.
Yeah, man. I just think like I'm a go getter, bro. Because like my point was like I sold the camera, I sold all my equipment. I was like, if I'm gonna do this, like I'm gonna do it right. Like, and from there I was like, I need an apartment. So I had to move out of North Hollywood, got my apartment, and then from there I'm like, all I need is the MacBook and all my edits on there, and like. I can have someone else do that, and like the hard part is like just doing the edits clip by clip, looking for an hour at a time at the same damn video that's only like a minute long. Like, like those type of things people don't have the time to do, and like I think that's something I'm getting better at, and like that's why I'm finishing up school for it.
Yeah, and that's the thing too is like a lot of people. I mean, Macs I think are like a huge help as far as like once you get them, they usually have everything like the basics. Like
Right.
I mean, they have what's the fucking editing software that comes
Right
on?
now I'm using Adobe Flash, and then like Adobe
okay.
Flash Pro, like it's only like $10.99 per month, and I have like the year subscription, so I just paid like the whole amount like off top. Like,
Yeah, but see, like what I was getting at was like the Macs come with shit like for free. So people are always hitting me up, like, how do you edit your videos? And
iMovie, man.
iMovie has everything. Like it's just the right amount to like get stuff out there. Some of the stuff, if you can get it down, like it can look pretty like legit.
Oh no, most def. Like
Yeah.
for the last videos I've been putting on the gram, the first one was all iMovie because I was a lazy bum, and then the second one, shout out to my man Francis. I met him through the gram. He just wanted to be part of what I was up to.
Yep.
And homie got skills, so I'm gonna keep rocking with him for the moment, and then as long as like I keep producing out content, people just keep on hopping on. So like I'm not gonna be like, nah man, I don't know you. Like if you're willing to come out to me, I'm willing to come out to you. Like I drove 4 hours just to be on the podcast today.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And that's the thing that's crazy too is like I think it's cool that like it's one thing to believe in yourself, and then it's another to like for people to hit you up like in your DMs like, yo, like I got this guy Hector, shout out to Hector, young kid, I think he's like 14,
Right.
always hitting me up like, yo, let me edit your videos, let me like produce your shit, and like that's cool. And it's cool to know like someone also believes in what I'm doing. Like I'm not the only one that's like crazy. Like it's like someone sees it. Like they're like this like what they're good doing has potential, and they want to be part of it. And I love that. It's not like I'm going around asking people, like begging people for help. It's like people are legit coming to me and like, yo, like let me see what I can do for you.
Oh, I was most dev begging people to help me out for the longest. Like,
Yeah, you were?
Yeah, like okay, like 2 years ago, I was like, hey, I need this help, I need to do this, I need to do that, and like everyone's just, that's when I had my equipment, but I did not know how to use the equipment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just wanted that help, and no one was down. My own friends, my own family were like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then now that I'm doing this and got this whole thing started, they're like, hey, like, do you mind? I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'll think about it. But like, no, like, I think it's really important now that like, that we have this platform that like we use it to help people, because that's why I'm always giving people love, because at the end of the day, people don't get enough of it, man.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I really don't like that. Like I have too many people that look at your story every day, and I know for a fact, like a quick little shout out to like their followers goes a long way.
Oh, most def. And also too, you bring up a good point is like fucking yeah, I just had a brain fart. But no, yeah, like going back to what you said, like when you have like people come at you like hitting you up, and it's true, like it's once they see like you to them it's all fluff and bullshit, like I have these ideas, and they're like, all right, cool, and it's like, yo, like help me get started. They're not gonna want to, because they're like, well, I don't see anything, I don't see you be doing anything,
Right.
So it's like, all right, well, just trust the process. But it's until that you start putting out content, and then like, you know, that one day you screenshot and posted like how many views you're getting and how many shares and stuff, and it's like you didn't post it to like brag about it and fucking do all this.
Nah,
it was
man.
just to show like, yo, like this is a legit thing. And then like you said, people right away start hitting you up like, hey, like I want to be a part of that. And like you said, you know, it's They just want to get their name on it.
Right.
They see what you have, and like I said, they see potential in what you're doing, and they want to be part of it. And it sucks that it takes like for them to see the rise instead of meet you at the fall. It's like, yo, help me build from the ground up. They want to meet you like, oh, like you have like a stable, you got something going on. Like, let me get in now. It's like, man, like if you were there before, like it'd be cool, because then it's like, yeah, me and my boy came up with this. It's like, but the cool thing is now it's all you. Yeah. And now it's like 333 Productions, you know, they know that's, you know, Skye's shit. And so like when they see that, they're like, that's Skye stuff, but you know, they don't know the background, but that's cool because.
And real quick, just before we go on to the next subject, the only reason why I put down the stats a lot of times is because I see a lot of people with 25,000 followers with fake followers, fake likes. They're paying a certain amount of money every day to like get their post up. Yeah. And it's not really doing numbers. They're just trying to flex to everyone else that they think they made it. In actuality, they're paying all that money just to flex on the gram. Like,
it's funny because you've told me many times that there's actual people that pay for followers, pay for views. It's like people pay for that stuff. Like I didn't even know that was a thing. And I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten to certain times where I'm like maybe if I pay like a couple $10, let's see what happens, you know? But it's like I don't want that. Like I want like organic, genuine followers, like people that legit go like see my story and like my shit, comment on my stuff, like are active. And like you said, it takes. You have to kind of get down, do some dirty work as far as like when people comment shit, you got to reply back.
Oh, you have to. Don't be that guy like when someone's showing love and you're like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna respond to that one. Like, no, I'm responding to everyone. You have 2 followers or you have 40,000. Like, I'm gonna hit that DM. Hey, I appreciate that love. Like, man, it goes such a long way because everyone thinks they're more important than they really are. Because at the end of the day, like, I say I'm not shit, but I believe in myself that I'm gonna be the shit.
There you go. And and I've had that too, where I've had people message me like, damn, you're still going to this podcasting, and I'm like, and I tell them like, and I don't mean to sound cocky, but it's just like, yo, like, just follow me. Like this is gonna be something big. Like I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna stay consistent.
I believe it.
Yeah, and like as long and like to other people, they're like, what the fuck? Like who is this guy? You know. But it's like, no, it's not that we're cocky. It's just we believe in our dreams, and we know that we're not the type of people that are just talking bullshit. We're not talking out of our ass. We're getting shit done. We're putting stuff out, and it's like,
and we love this shit. Like,
oh yeah,
like I love editing. Like I know a lot of people do not want to stand at their computer for 8 hours and look at the same clip, but when that clip's done, you feel so good, and like I don't mind doing that. Like right now, I do it for free, but last week I had that whole Yelp situation where like when I was running out the gym, I got a job off of that. Like just from the stuff I did, like I was doing that. Like hopefully they don't watch this, but I would have done that for free. Just to get but they ended up paying me a good amount, and I was like, cool, and it just lets me know like, okay, we're being progressive. Like,
and that's so what was this Yelp job? Because I remember you telling me.
Oh yeah, man, because I didn't even know how to do it, like as far as just like doing the whole platform of putting the video like on the Yelp, so you can't even do that. So I ended up putting a whole like all 12 pictures, and then plus that, like getting the it was a bicycle shop, but they turned into a basketball court.
Oh, okay.
And getting all those comments off, and then putting the new comments on, and like getting the top comments, because like Yelp it's a pay to play. Like each company, they pay $20 every month, so Yelp still puts the top comment, and if you don't pay for Yelp, they'll put your worst comment on top.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's just a process, and letting people know like it's legitimate, and like when you have good players come to your gym, they want to support that. They're like, oh, you had who come to your gym? And I'm like, oh yeah, I got some D1s, I got some pros, like, and that just kind of brings up the clout.
Yeah, and I know on the way down here, who you had some college player, right, from OSU, right?
Yeah, we had him come through, and then we also had my homie Malik from England come through. Like, a lot of these guys, like, they come from all over the country just to come hoop in California, and like, I really just thank God that I've been lucky enough to meet some of these guys, because it's more than just hoop. At least for me it is, because I love, like, just like you wearing the retro ones, like, yo, you gotta show love to those. You wearing like rest in peace Kobe, like it's just the fits. I love what just like the team camaraderie brings, plus hoop, plus fashion, plus whatever else. I love that, and that I could do that on a platform makes my day.
Yeah, and especially like nowadays, I mean, with the way everything's going, like, it's sports and like fashion is where it's at. Like, who doesn't like to, like some competitive watching? Who doesn't like to watch some shit? Like, I mean, I think it's always a topic in like ESPN Sports Center when fucking mainly I want to say basketball players mainly when they were walking through the fucking locker room.
Oh
and
yeah,
they just got like this like outfit on. It's like, dude, what are you doing? All you're doing is going to show up. Like, I mean, when I was in high school, I wore fucking gym shorts, a t-shirt, and my fucking slides. Like walking to like I didn't think about any fashion by the time. Obviously, it's just high school.
Right.
But even then, like I'm thinking about like I want to be comfortable going to this game because I'm already nervous as it is.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to do is like worry about what I'm gonna wear, like how I'm gonna look, like, and so like basketball of all, like that's just people come in like fucking.
I'm not gonna lie to you. During away games, I came to flex.
Well, yeah, that makes sense because I mean, like,
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, you got your little roadies, you know.
Yeah,
You know?
no, no, I most def enjoy getting dressed up before games and all that. But for the most part, you know me, bro. Like, unless I have a photo shoot, I'm wearing black pants and a white tee.
yeah, definitely.
Like, that's really just my style. And like, yeah, I'm gonna have my shoe game on point. But like, other than that, I really don't like. I'm not gonna spend an excessive amount of money on stuff that I really don't need. Like,
Yeah.
and plus, I resell and buy over again to the point where like I'll wear one pair of shoes for like a week or two, and I'll resell those and get a new pair of shoes. And
Yeah.
hey, the gram.
Yeah, exactly. And would you say like fashion's like your thing? Like, is fashion like something that like you're pushing towards, or is it just something like I look good whatever I wear, and then but like to other people that's fashion? You know what I'm saying? Like they'd be like, damn, how'd you put this together? And you're like, yeah, I just woke up and. Because sometimes I'm gonna lie, you put some crazy outfits together, but like I see like the people like when I went to go meet your boy, was it Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was just like saying all this shit about what you're wearing. I'm like, yo, he's wearing like fucking like gym shorts, some like high Nike socks, some fucking New Balance, and like some button up, like some Chinese decoration button up.
Yeah.
What the fuck? But it's like other people see that, and I'm like, I guess that's fashion, but
Yeah, no,
and
honestly,
it just comes natural to you almost.
I think it's more so what I feel comfortable wearing, and like
Yeah.
I don't mind like a lot of times like dressing outside the box because I don't like wearing something that someone else has.
Yeah.
That's why I do not shop at the mall. I don't shop at Zoomies. Shout out if you do, but that's just not me.
Yeah.
So more than anything, like I think who wouldn't want to be part of Vogue or just like have their own name brand type shit.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it's just a part of what I do. Like, shout out to the gay community. I grew up in West Hollywood, so I be seeing how they dress. They got fashion. They just kind of just rubbed off a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's super gay.
Yeah.
But
Yo.
no, and then but yeah, so going back to the fashion thing though, it's like whenever you dress up, like I mean, you don't dress up as for the occasion most of the time is what I'm gonna say, because I mean, and it's funny because you either have outfits to go out, which are just like you could literally go to the club wearing the same shit you wore going to the fucking market.
Yeah, most
and you
def.
still look good. Like you just put on some shades and like do your hair and you're good. You know, put in a piercing or something.
Oh, yeah.
But then when it comes to like weddings and shit, you go full out. Like
Oh,
you go all out.
yes, yes.
Like to the point where like damn, like you can clean up really good.
Yeah, and I think it's good to have like a what do you want to call it? Like a switch up game, like
Yeah.
like I could dress like a bum 'cause that's how I dress most of the time. But like, when it's time to get dressed, like I love to wear some like I'm not gonna even put the name drops, but like just wear a nice suit and just feel dressed up, and I think it makes me feel good. And if it makes me feel good, I'm gonna wear it.
Yeah.
And real quick, and another thing, just real quick. Don't be afraid to shop at Goodwill. They have some bangers. Do not sleep on Goodwill.
Hidden gems for sure.
No, yes.
Dude, even like when I was in high school, it's still a thing now, but I remember meeting friends that would go up to San Diego, and there's this place called Buffalo Exchange.
Ooh, I love that store.
Yeah, and pretty much what Buffalo Exchange is, it's like a Goodwill, but like this is where like I mean most Buffalo Exchanges are in like they're in San Diego, Mission Beach, they're in LA, they're in like Phoenix, like the college area. So it's a bunch of rich kids that are just like, oh, I don't like that no more. But like, you know, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Mine.
And that's like, yeah, exactly. And it's just like every time I go in that store, it's always a come up. Like from my sophomore year to like my senior year, like when I went school clothes shopping, I always went to there. I always went there because I always got the most for my money, and I got good shit. Like, I mean, I got stuff that was like expensive as shit in stores, and it was like fucking 70% off in this store because it was already used, and like, you know, they can't really mark up the price, but like some of this shit still had tags on it.
Yeah.
And you would see like the actual price, and it was like $90 some, and this thing was only for like $25.
Come up.
And yeah, and people would like, and like people would see you, and it's like kind of like you're like. They would see you and they're like, damn, like he's got money like that? Like, no, like that's fucking Buffalo Exchange, right?
Yeah, but we're not gonna tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. But and then even I like the whole thing where you're saying about like wearing your own stuff. Like you don't like to wear name brand stuff or like stuff like that. But that's cool because I think because of you, I recently have been like that. Like when I'm like I'm not one of those people that when I'm on Instagram and I see those ads like for like different clothing brands, like yo, sometimes I'll buy some shit because I know that's stuff that they're starting up, and a lot of people don't know about it.
Right.
And so there's times I'm wearing T-shirts, and like Ambrose or like just anyone will be like, yo, where'd you get
Ambrose,
that shirt?
a little brother. Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting up on that
yeah,
too.
Yeah, no, that man's a hype beast. Let me tell you.
Definitely.
Yo, his Supreme game tough. But that's another thing. Like, shout out to BTO. They came through yesterday, and like support your local friends, man. Like,
100%.
Yeah, like my homie gave me $75 worth of merchandise. Like, I ended up just posting on the gram. I ended up helping him sell 10 T-shirts.
Yeah.
And that was just me posting a little picture, just me and him, and like that's just showing love to like who supports you.
Yeah.
Like he didn't expect to sell those shirts, and just how you bought that shit online, like someone else is gonna see you wear that and they'd be like, "Hey, where'd you get that?" Yeah. And just because of who you are and what you wear on a daily basis, it's like I'd rather support someone I know than rather support Nike, and that's just me.
Yeah, facts. But I mean, obviously, when it comes to shoes, like ain't nobody making
their
own shoes and shit. I ain't wearing no trash ass shoes.
You know, and until when the homies make some retros or some honestly, I'm Mexican, so I like the 11s. You know how it is, but that's just me.
Yeah, no, and actually, shout out to my boy Manny at Money Cuts. I mean, I had him. He was actually my first. Yeah, dude, he was my first guest, and that guy, man, I before him, I wasn't even into shoes.
Right.
Like, and it would blow my mind, like shoes like this, Jordans, fucking all that, like I guess hype beast, or whatever you want to call it. Like, people were spending like $600,000-$700,000 on these shoes, and I just didn't get it. But it wasn't until and that's the cool thing about my podcast, or this podcast, is like, I got him on the show, and like I'm able to get like a different point of view, and he was able to explain to me like why certain shoes are so expensive, and like the meaning behind them, and like the history they have. And it's like, yeah, like, and the more you hear what he has to say, and the more you do your own little research, you get it. Like, fuck, like now I see why these shoes are so expensive. Like a lot of these Jordans, they were from like, when he was fucking at his peak. I mean, he's still going, skyrocketing. But when he was at his peak in basketball, and like he wore these shoes, and like he had the whole thing where like, NBA fined him, and fucking Nike would pay for that fine.
But see, it's like, that's another thing I love. Like those shoes you can't find at Ross. You can't go to Foot Locker right now and be like, hey, can I get those shoes?
Yeah, and
like,
I found that out the hard way, yeah.
I know how much you pay for those, but like my biggest thing is like those shoes. That's another reason why I like wearing those type of shoes, or the Yeezys, because I know no one else. I mean, there could be a group of guys that have those shoes, but like most likely they're not going to have the pair that I'm wearing on. Like for the most part, like right now, like I'm wearing some New Balances, but like I'm cozy right now.
Yeah, and even shoes like that, man, like people are gonna be like, damn, those are New Balances, like just. And that's the thing, is like people like to stay like real, like they keep their like fashion real small as far as like classic Vans, stuff like that. But it's like once you like you go back to like like Reebok's making another come. Like the classics are clean, those are nice.
No,
like,
the Asics, let me tell you, I love Asics. Just like, cause I've been gaining some weight on some real shit, but just the whole quarantine going on. But like
quarantine 20.
Yeah, quarantine 20.
Facts.
Yeah, man. But like the Asics, just for running and for what I do, like they're probably my favorite shoes at the moment. Like
and like I said, like I wear New Balances too sometimes, and people are like, damn, like those are pretty nice shoes. And it's like, and I start seeing other people wear them, and it's like they forget. Like I know New Balance are like those dad shoes, but man, New Balance, like a lot of these shoes are making fucking like they're making comebacks. It's like they're coming out, they're getting with the times. And so people, and like that's the cool thing, is like a lot of these shoes that I buy, people are like, damn, like New Balance makes those, or like fucking Asics makes those, or Puma, or fucking whoever.
I'm telling you right now, if Puma, Asics, New Balance want to support this wave, I will wear your shoes only.
Definitely.
I swear to God.
100%. Yeah, I'm trying to get some fucking sponsors on the fucking show.
Oh yeah, I feel like for these upcoming sponsors, we should just like plug in like random stuff. Like shout out to our plug for like.
Yo, you know what? Actually, I could. Shout out to on Instagram. This guy's name's Plug State Universe.
Okay.
I'll put his at right here. Super cool dude. I actually found him in a way that I didn't think worked, but I found him in like he always comments on like any NBA, MLB, any sports fucking post. He'll comment like, yo, hit me up for I got jerseys and shit. I'm like, who is this guy?
You actually like
yeah
him?
So I clicked on his shit, I followed him, was like, fuck it. And then and he was constantly posting like all his like the people that he was selling to, and I'm like, this guy's legit. So I hit him up, I was like, yo, you sell jerseys? And we just went from there, and we had a full-on conversation.
Just off the gram.
This guy was cool, yeah.
Oh, man. I feel like those type of guys, I feel like I'm going to get finessed. Like, I give him the PayPal. I give him the 120. He's like, appreciate you, dog. Like,
dude, and he was always posting, always saying, like, screenshotting, like, messages, obviously blocking out the people. But he'd screenshot messages like, this is what I get on a daily basis. Like, just if you don't trust the process, like, just fucking buy something from me and see for yourself.
Right.
And I'm not going to lie. I went in blind. I was like, fuck it. Like, Worst case scenario, I got 3 bum ass jerseys, but no, dude, they came out clean as shit. They're legit, like, and he hooked me up with a dope ass deal. And dude's cool. He follows me on Instagram too, follows me on the podcast. And so shout out to this guy. And he's always, and every day, he's always, like, not every day, but at least every other week, he's hitting me up like, yo, like, let's make another deal.
Follow these people, man.
Definitely.
It's like, don't be bougie, bro. Like, we all just trying to make it right now.
Yeah, and you got to think too, like, at some point, because I think about this all the time, like, you see, like, these big fucking brands, and it's like, they have, like, 6-7 million followers. They have all like a big following, but it's like they started just like these people did.
Oh yeah,
like they started like with just an idea and just selling shirts from the garage or whatever, and it got to the point where like they just got more and more people. And I'm hoping this guy blows up too. But like, yeah, and I mean, he's always posting like, yo, like, I'm better than, and he's always like confident too, and I love it. He's always like, I'm better than NBA stars.
Oh yeah,
like definitely. And it's like, dude, it's legit, because you message him, he'll tell you like, oh, this size, get this and this size because it runs a little bigger, like the material we use is a little bit bigger, whatever. And dude, like, he has no problem like refixing your order, anything. Like, it's easy. You can message this guy like you're fucking talking to a friend.
Yo, I love this ad you're doing for him, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I know. Like, if you end up watching this podcast, I'm gonna need this exact thing he's wearing right now, because it is hard. It has the hardwood official on it already. Ooh, oh yeah, flex. But yeah, man, like those type of people, I just think you need them around your life. And right now, I would love to start a brand, but I'm just not there yet.
Alexa, pause. My bad, fucking.
I'm dead. Is that WAP?
I don't. Yeah, fucking that WAP song. I don't fucking know, but that should. I didn't even say the word.
Oh, I mean,
sensitive. My bad. Alexa.
No, you good.
I gotta say it all quietly too. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that's just scary. I didn't even know that thing has a camera on it. I used to have it in my restroom because it's real sensitive, so I can be in the shower like next song.
Oh, and you had it in your restroom.
It's dope though, but that thing has a camera, so I had to take it out. I don't know if that she was just gonna turn on and start recording me and shit.
Yeah,
like I don't know.
I mean, you trying to have an OnlyFans or what?
Yeah, exactly. Like low-key, that thing's gonna sell my fucking pictures. But no, yeah. So
man,
check him out. I mean, he's got tons of shit, and he does all sports. And like I said, he's willing to talk to you. He's willing to take the time and talk. But yeah, so shout out to that guy. I mean, I have 2 other jerseys. I got a Fernando Tatis Jr. I got a Michael Jordan jersey, and like, and I don't know. I get it. Like, it's probably not going towards the players, but I mean, fuck, dude. Like, they're making enough money as it is. Like, if I can score some like for a lower price, like, fuck it, dude.
Plugs.
Yeah. But I mean, they're fine. They make money. They're good.
Right.
I'm pretty sure one jersey from them is gonna be not hurt them.
No, I feel that.
But so basketball is your thing. So what's going on in basketball right now, man? No comment.
No, I mean,
it's so frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah, honestly, just like during this whole quarantine, and like I've been trying to get out the box like ever since I moved back, because you remember I was living in Mexico for like 6 months, and then with all the money that I had got, I was just so reckless with it. Like, I bought a new car. I bought like $8,000 change. Remember those?
I remember that.
Yeah, and then like we got the apartment, and I'm like, okay, I had nothing left over. So then like by the time that I wanted to get back into basketball, I was so out of shape, and like I just got done with rehab for my hip that it was honestly, I was like, I'm kind of over this, and like to get back in that, like I'd have to invest more money to like play semi-pro again, and then like make my way up, and I just wasn't ready for that.
And that shit takes a toll on your body, right?
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, you
man.
got busted up knees, ankles.
Honestly, no, my knees are good. My left ankle, I ended up just fracturing it. Like I was just in a cast like 6 months ago.
Oh, that's right, I forgot about that.
And then yeah, man, like because that was another thing. I did not want to come back out here and be like every other like pro hooper. It's like, well, I'm gonna teach young kids how to hoop and do that. Like, I'm not trying to do that. Like, that was my time to shine. I did what I did. I played college. I got to the highest level that I could make it to.
Yeah.
And from there, that's why I just went straight back to Pasadena College and finishing up my film school.
Mm-hmm. And how's film school going? I forgot you were even in that.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Zoom, but don't shout out to Zoom because it sucks. Because I'm paying like $4,000 for a semester.
Yeah.
I'm not even
to FaceTime.
Yeah, to FaceTime my old ass teacher.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is that like I'm going to this to the school to like be able to use the equipment, but I'm not even able to go to the school to use the equipment right now. So it's to the point now where I'm like,
you're just self-teaching yourself pretty much.
Yeah.
That's why, dude. I was in when this whole fucking COVID thing started. I was like mid-semester. And I remember going to class 1 week and then being like, oh, like this might be our last class. They might go to Zoom, but it's not for sure. It's like, all right, cool. And then next week it's like, no one coming to class. Like, we're just doing everything online. I was like, I can't do that. So I dropped all my courses.
Oh, did you really?
But luckily, before that, I had to talk to the advisor and was like I told her, I was like, look, I can't take online courses. I can't do this hybrid shit like half on, half in, half out. Like I need full time, as much time in class. Like that's just how I learned.
Yeah.
So she luckily wrote that shit down in my notes. So when I went back and told them like I can't do this, they looked and they're like, all right, we understand. Like you did tell us about this. So like they just kind of made it like I never even went to school.
Oh,
semester.
that's dope.
Yeah.
Because, like for me,
Shout out
like
to AWC.
oh yeah, no, for me, like I ended up just taking this semester off, just like hopefully like the whole virus ends soon because I'm just taking advantage of everything being closed, and that's why now I'm doing the whole open gym thing because no one has open gyms right now.
Yeah, and that's another thing too is a lot of people want to like
or clubs.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, you gotta fucking set that up too. But no, even like with the whole COVID thing, like everyone's like, oh fuck, like I can't do anything right now. Everything's shut down. But dude, honestly, like this is your time. Yeah, like this is
the time.
So much downtime. Like even for like sports players when they were like worried about like not playing, it's like, dude, like take this time, you know, if you're fucked up, heal your body. This is your time to heal up. You know, you're not losing any money, nothing's going on anyways, you're not missing out on anything. And like this right now is my time, especially for podcasts, because a lot of things aren't open, a lot of shows aren't being put out, a lot of movies aren't being put out.
This is a great point that you're bringing up because this is how I got into like how the following started coming these last couple of months because everyone's at the house.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Everyone's watching what I'm up to and like seeing like what I'm building, and like no one else is kind of scared to go outside. And yeah, I get backlash because I'm meeting up with a lot of people and all that.
You're always gonna get that.
Oh yeah, man. But like at the end of the day, like, are you paying my rent? No. So let's not even talk about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing too is a lot of people want to stay indoors and like and hide all this shit. And I get it. Like this is the thing. I'm not gonna fucking just say like this is all a conspiracy. This is a real thing.
No, it's a real
thing. But it's
at
at the time. It's like you either like you can sit in your home and like fucking shelter yourself, or you can just like make the due time, all the time off you have, and fucking do something with that off time. And you're kind of like a step of the game for towards everyone else because they're all sitting back, relaxing, waiting for this to die out, and then they're gonna get back on
and
it.
it might not die out anytime soon.
Exactly. So I'm like right here, like making these episodes. You guys have a lot of time. A lot of you guys aren't working. Some of you guys are in school. Like, yo, watch my episodes. Like, you have all the time in the world now. There's no excuses.
And plus, if you made it this far and you're watching,
oh, I like this.
Put 333 hashtag BTO and you can get a free shirt. I want to do this. I'm not sure how many people are gonna make it to this point, but if you have, DM me and I have an extra large or small shirt in your size.
There you go.
Yeah,
thank you. I appreciate that. That's actually an idea I was telling him too. Is so if you guys have gotten this far, definitely as the episodes go further. I'm going to be doing giveaways, and if I'm going to get to a certain point where either towards the end, the middle, the beginning, wherever, I'm going to throw a little plug in there. I'm just going to be like, yo, if you've seen this far, you know, comment whatever the keyword is and DM me, and I'll send you a shirt for free.
Yeah, I think that's really key because a lot of times, like, I have these Instagram people that are like, hey, man, we're going to give you some free stuff. I hit the DM. They're like, well, actually, I'll give you 30% off and you give me a shout out. And I'm like,
get you.
And I'm like, that's a finesse, man. Like, you say you want to help me out, but are you really helping me out? And like, I really do not like that shit at all.
No, but yeah, so definitely just keep watching episodes. More shit's going to come. I have big things coming. I got fucking my boy Mark has made me an amazing design that I can't wait to put out. I'm going to put it on t-shirts. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing. Like I have this idea that I don't want to sell shirts right away because I don't want anyone to have to pay for anything yet, you know, because I don't think I've made it to that point to like take people's money or anything.
That's smart,
or support the show. So I was like, yo, like I'm going to put my money in. I'm going to make these shirts and then like I said, I'll just do giveaways.
Yeah, and that's an investment. Like, you really think this is going to pop off. So, at some point, like, those shirts are going to cost money.
Yeah, and that's free advertising. Because these people that get these shirts, they wear them around. Like, yo, where'd you get that shirt? And then, you know, whenever I have guests on, I'll wear a shirt. And they'll be like, yo, how can I get one of those shirts? Like, yo, watch. And that's all I'm going to say. Watch the episode. Yeah. And you can just get a free shirt. You ain't got to pay no money. Obviously, in time, I'm going to, I got to make some money out these things. But in the meantime, like, that's just how I think that's like my marketing strategy for now.
Yeah, no, I like that idea, man. And who doesn't like free shit? Because if once you give me a free shirt, man, I'm going to be rocking that like it's gold.
Yeah, and I don't even care if you wear that shit to the gym. Like, dude, wherever you wear it, like whether it's a fucking bum around the house shirt, dude, people are going to see that and be like, that's a cool shirt. Where'd you get it? Like, because I'm telling you, things that I'm going to make are things like no one's seen before. Not like anything crazy, but it's like, yo, I never seen that design. Or I never seen that shirt. I never seen like that kind of color or those, you know, color combinations. So it's like, how can I get me one of those? You know, and like I was telling you, the cool thing about when you make like merchandise, just your own group of friends, like a lot of people won't even watch the show, but just when they see the,
what up?
But just when you whenever you see the like selling shirts, everyone's gonna want one.
Oh yeah.
And whether they're just gonna want to support it, whether they watch the show or not.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times, like, if they see you doing, like, up to something good, like, they're like, oh, let me just support it. Like, they probably not might even watch the podcast, but they just want to support the movement. Yeah, I know. We're out here. Hey, do you mind closing the door for me? Hey, God bless. That was silent, everyone.
Yeah, she made a little grand entrance.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that I think that's like an idea I have, and I just have way more ideas. But I think that's just a way to get out there. And
Yeah,
like I
but
said,
just
it's free marketing. I don't gotta pay no one to do
Yes.
anything. I'm not messaging them like, hey, wear my shit. Like it's just like if you see it, you like it, here you go, here have one.
Yeah, man, and I just think like I just barely got put on that dude Gary Vee whatever, and like
Oh yeah, I
and
see him
just-
on TikTok. And
yeah,
shit.
bro, like usually I thought he was so corny, but like the whole like if you're moving, you're progressing, like
Yeah.
and that's why every day like ever since like I went on like a mini hiatus for 2 months off of like Instagram, Twitter, and everything going on, like I'm only gonna go like the next time I go on this platform, I'm gonna use it for something positive because I was just posting like dumb things I was doing throughout the day, and it wasn't doing anything impactful. Like people will see me like, oh, he's at this club or he's at this place. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he's traveling this way. I'm like, what am I getting out of it?
Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah, and I see a lot of people do that too. Like they'll take pictures when they're on vacation somewhere,
Yeah.
and then when they're not even there, like a month later, they're still posting that. And it like they don't put like the date or anything. So it's like, wait, I just saw you like at the store. Like, are you still at the beach? Like, what's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on?
Right,
And
right.
it's like it doesn't really do anything because all you're doing is like just showing off. Like I'm always on the road, always on the go.
Yeah.
It's like, man, like just be real. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and like I don't necessarily mind them posting later on, but like be about what you say. Like just don't make a cool caption. Like just be organic and like stop trying to flex when it's nothing to flex about. Like
Yeah, because honestly, a lot of people aren't gonna like that anyways.
no, not at all.
Yeah, if they don't feel it, then yeah, it's not gonna go a long ways.
No, I feel that too, man. But other than that, what else you got to say?
I think that's it, man. I want to make this one short and simple and just a little intro into you, and there'll definitely be more after this.
Oh yeah, I feel that. Real quick, I don't even want to out myself, but do you want to talk about the whole Coachella situation real quick?
Yeah, we definitely can get into that because they did bring it up.
Okay, cool. We're gonna
Let's
take a
take a
5-second break.
piss
and-
break, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta take a piss. Hey, dude, on this section, can we like, do you like those narcos where like they like blur out the face and have like a deeper voice, like?
I could try.
Cause I don't want Coachella to be like, you're banned forever.
We can like change your voice to like high pitched or like really deep. We could do some.
Yeah, we'll find
You
out.
know, okay,
I feel like I'm outing myself right now.
I learned this thing. As long as you say allegedly, you save yourself. Because you're not really saying you did it or you didn't do it. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
I hear it in the court movies a lot, so I think it works. So just before you say anything, just be like, allegedly I did this.
Yeah. All right.
So, anyways, we're back. So yeah, it's recording. Cool. So, okay, you gotta explain this because even to this day, I still don't know how you got in. I kind of was just like, all right, cool, you're here. Let's party.
Yeah.
So please walk me through this.
Okay.
How did you?
So remember I had told you I was going to Coachella 2 weeks prior?
Yes.
I didn't know I was going to Coachella 2 weeks prior. Like I just said, I just kind of like,
You put it out into the universe.
yeah, like I manifested it.
Yeah.
So like I had planned to like get an Airbnb with some friends and just like stay like near Coachella at the Airbnb.
That's what you said. Like they were gonna go to Coachella.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were, and then when they came back, you guys were gonna party.
Right. So basically, I had like 7 people about to come like allegedly sneak into Coachella, and everyone bailed. Everyone's just like, I don't know, Skye, like, and I'm like, dude, you guys suck. So I was able to meet up with some of the homegirls, and they're like, where your friends at? And like, it made me look bad because I'm like, well, y'all kind of just pussied out. So
And your friends, they actually got a band. They paid.
yeah,
right?
yeah. So I had 5 friends going already, and I had 7 friends that wanted to sneak in, and the people that already had the bands were like, yeah, we'll sneak everyone in, like just bring them. And I'm like,
Allegedly.
cool. Allegedly. So
That's gonna be the name of this episode. Allegedly.
allegedly. So basically, allegedly they go all the way. It is damn near impossible to sneak in Coachella because there's 3 things. There's like we've been.
Yeah, so even like I did car camping just
Right.
to get into the camping area.
Yeah.
They inspect your whole vehicle, and while they're doing that, they scan your band. So that's like the first checkpoint.
Right.
Then you get in, and even when you go car camping, I didn't even know this, but you're not even in Coachella really. You're like on the outside because then once Coachella starts, you go through another little gate, like it's a little fucking like metal detector,
Right.
and they scan it one more time, and then even after that, they scan you multiple times. Like if you go into like the beer gardens, that's what sucks about Coachella. But I respect it because everyone else is on drugs and stuff, so they don't really need. Allegedly, they're on drugs, so they don't need to go into these beer gardens. So if you go into them, they scan it again.
Yeah. So.
And you even went into those.
Oh yes. So, the first day, homegirls, they go through, and what they do is they make sure it's not tight, like this right here.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like it was loose as hell. So like they go through, and she brought back someone else's bracelet.
And see, hold on, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you even got past that because a lot of times, if it was loose, they tighten it on you.
Oh yeah, they most like there's like secret Coachellers, and like you'll just be like going crazy, and they're like, hey, let me see that wristband, and they tighten it.
They'll pull it up, yeah.
Yeah, so basically, I had a 2012 and a 2014 wristband on me, and I had an old EDC one.
So you said they're all mixed together.
Yeah, all mixed together, and there's like 4 different like Coachella wristbands within Coachella.
Yeah, there's different colors, VIP and like backstage, all that shit.
So they really weren't paying attention to me, and like so she comes through, gives me the actual wristband, and you know me, I'm Coachellaed out, I'm in the fit, whatever.
Yeah.
I go through, first one scans, I'm like, oh god. So I go to the second one scans. I go to third one, does not scan. And I'm like, I look at her, and I'm like, and so I go back around, and like, so right before, like, I guess you can only scan so many times, like, and it was the last fucking one. So like, what I did was I was like, hey, love, so right before I scan, like, I'm just gonna like record them and like make it seem like that I'm part of Coachella, and like right when someone else scanned, I just walked through, and it worked. And the rest of 3 days, I just finessed that.
It's crazy because it's not only like one day you did it, like you got the whole weekend through.
Oh yeah, I saved $1,000, but my hype beast spent $800 on Dylan Francis, Yeezy, Kid Cudi, Ariana Grande, and then just Coachella stuff.
Yeah. So all the money you would have spent on bands, you just spent it on fucking clothes,
oh yeah, and like
merchandise.
I ended up reselling a lot of it anyway. So I mean, it was overall a great experience. And then like supposedly, I was off the bean, but hey, I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, and you never did not at one point you ever got caught?
No. One of the girls that we were. Hold on. One of the girls. No, I was gonna call. One of the girls that we were with. She ended up sneaking in one of her friends, and she went to go give the wristband back, and all she had was the beer garden one.
Oh, okay.
And security, like, we're watching like J Balvin a Wildin' Out, and security just grabs her and like takes her. I'm like, where the hell are they taking this girl? And like they just grabbed her, like she was gone. Yeah, man.
Fuck. And so, and I was so pissed because like, I mean, at the same time, because the first day I got there,
Yeah.
You showed up later on that night, and I just ran into you, and I was like excited, but at the same time I was pissed because I was like, I paid all this money.
Right.
This motherfucker didn't pay nothing.
Yeah, no, that video was so lit because I was like, there's no signal at Coachella, so like I was trying to link up with you the whole night.
Yeah.
But we're a different set, so by the time I saw you, I was exhausted.
Yeah.
And we finally met at the beer garden, and like I just remember laying out, and you're like, hey, and I was like, yeah, what's up, bro? But yeah, that was a good time, man. Too bad Coachella is not going to be open this year because I most def was not going to pay for it. Allegedly.
Do you think you're gonna do this again?
I mean, why not? If I have to pay, yeah, like I'm more than willing to pay. We got to see Juice WRLD, we got to see Cudi, we got to see the first Sunday service. Like,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
if I really want to go, yeah, I don't mind paying it. But if I don't have to pay it, why am I gonna pay it?
You just gotta be careful because there's that whole thing, like that fucking like that Greek god that had fucking wax. He made it's like a story. He made you fly too close to the sun, you're gonna get burnt.
Oh yeah, maybe
like you get away with it one time, but you gotta be careful.
Oh
you know?
no, yeah, I get it, but like I have a lot of friends that go to everything and they never pay for shit, and like I never really believed them and like understood them. Like, nah, I can't do it. Like, like abide by the law. But fuck the law.
But
like,
see, and the cool thing too, I was thinking about it because it's like you could either take it one or two ways. You could like say the story, you can get in trouble from Coachella, or Coachella, if you're smart, Coachella, you'll hire this guy and he'll tell you all how he got in, and then that guy can fucking put higher security.
Yeah, and allegedly, I just made the story up. Like, this is just for the content.
Yeah. So, think about it, guys. But yeah, because when I was thinking, I was like in a way, it's just like when fucking they put hackers in freaking prison, but then they just like low key pull them out and they start working with the CIA.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, that's a thing. It's not just in movies. It's a thing.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
hired me, Coachella. No, actually, for the Super Bowl, someone actually snuck into the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
the old guy.
Yeah, and
I
they,
saw that.
Yeah, and they
They
hired
fu-
him.
he was like on the FBI's most wanted list.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was like high up there because I think for the past 25 years he's been getting in, and it got to the point. Oh, I saw it. I saw it on TikTok. Some guys talking about it, and the last picture was dope because this guy got so far into the Super Bowl. He was I forgot what Super Bowl it was. He was able to take pictures with like he was part of the whole
ceremony.
The ceremony. He was like holding up the trophy and everything.
What?
Yeah, like because he just played it so well. Like I don't know. So
Oh yeah, like, and I don't want to get to that point either, but like, I know for a fact if I wanted to, I could have went to like the VIP areas just because all the wristbands, and there's so much going on during Coachella.
that is true. Yeah.
And like, I'm just like, man, I knew more people knew about this, they'll be on game. But if you made it this far, there you go.
There's the story. That's the one I was telling you guys about. So it's true. It's not true.
It's,
Allegedly.
Look at the gram, you'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I have like 2 more questions. I wrote them on my phone, but I don't. Oh, phone's right here.
Yeah,
I got some notes because I fucking was doing some shit. But let me get to it real quick because
Yeah.
I think this is some good closing points. Let's see where you at. All right, so Coachella, we got that. Okay, so you're all big in meditation, right? That's like a new thing for you?
Yeah, it's honestly like, I hate to be that guy, but it saved my life, I feel like.
No, yeah. And so like what, like, is it that meditation where you sit there and like hum, or like what kind of, like, because every meditation's like it's like a universal word, right?
Yeah, I think it was more so just being cool with myself for a moment, because for like, I felt like for such a long time, well, you know, I'm a junior, like Abraham, Skye Atondo.
Yeah.
And like, I've always been in the shadow of like, oh, being a Tondo, being a certain way, and like how we were raised.
Yeah.
To the point where like, that wasn't me.
Yeah.
And so finally, I tried therapy, wasn't working out for me. Just talked to some old lady about my problems, wasn't working. And then I found this guy when I went to Laguna. His name's Frankie. Shout out to Frankie, Behind the Lids. And he was just like this hippie guy. And he's like, hey, man, like, come to one of my classes. Like, I'll give you a free class. And I'm like, all right, cool. So at first I thought it was yoga, because he's like, bring a yoga mat. And I was like, all right, man. Like, and then like,
fuck it, I'll try it.
yeah, like I buy the yoga mat. I go into the studio, and it's breathing techniques.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, so basically what you do is it's you sit on the yoga mat, he dims all the lights down, he plays good music, he puts some essential oils like on you real quick.
Yeah.
You smell them, like you do the whole what's that called when you burn sage and you sage yourself?
Oh, the thing, it looks like fucking rolled up newspaper.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They just burn it and shit.
Right.
Yeah, like I used to have a friend. She used to do that shit to like clean her house for like
Yeah,
ghosts
and
bad
like
spirits.
I
bad
know it's like
vibes.
a placebo almost, and in fact, like does it really help? But like
Sometimes that placebo shit does help.
yeah, and like I have this like this crystal in my ear, but it's like just to give me purity, and like that's what it means to me. It doesn't have to mean that to you.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's same thing religion, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So basically, what you do is you stand you lay on your back, and you close your eyes. You take 2 deep breaths, like, and you keep doing that for an hour straight. And it seems
Wait,
like
do you ever exhale?
yeah, you
Oh.
exhale, yeah. You take
Like,
it's
you
like
keep inhaling?
no. You take 2 deep breaths, and like it just like your body like gets tensed up,
Yeah.
and like you start thinking about all these things in the back of your head. You're like, oh man, like I do not want to be thinking about these things, and like your body, you feel your body like tensing up. You're like, oh shit, like that one time in 8th grade, like in that one moment, you just think about things for a whole hour, like things about
There's
your
nothing
day.
else to do. So
Yeah, so like, and like all this stuff, like you're able to process it, and like sometimes you don't even understand why you're upset, and you get to process that emotion.
yeah.
And by the end of it, you just feel so soothed and relaxed. And then like at the end, like Frankie will come up to you, he's like, you want to talk about it? And I'm like, yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And like we have a full conversation, and like just being able to express yourself and not feel like, oh man, like I hate to sound like this, but like when I first mentioned this, people were like, oh, that sounds kind of pussy of you, like to be like sharing your feelings because I'm a man, like, but no, like
Yeah.
these are feelings I'm really feeling throughout the day, and like if it takes me to like exchange that with another person to feel what I feel,
Yeah.
I think that's great. And I've been doing it the last 4 months, and I just feel like a better person. I feel more proactive, and I feel a lot more thankful for what I have in life.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everyone deals with stress and ways to let things go like differently. So
Yeah.
I get that. Like, you know, everyone needs their own things. And like for me, like I'm one of those people where I bottle my emotions, and that should, but honestly, like it sounds as bad as it sounds, like it works for me, you know, like
Yeah.
I'm able to just like let it go. And just like keep moving on. But like, you know, sometimes there's people that just can't handle it, and there's like other ways to deal with it.
Yeah,
so I'm all for it. Like I might try some meditation and shit.
Yeah, I'd love for you to try it out because yeah, you know me, like just growing up, I've been very hot-headed, and that's kind of how I was raised, and like that's how I got by, and it's just not a good way to live. Just to always be upset at something, and like I really thrived off that, like growing up, like especially in sports, because if I'm mad, I could take it out on my opponent.
Yeah.
Like I could do this, I could work out every day, but like at a certain point, me working out every day and like me running, me lifting weights was not helping. It was making it worse. It was like a double-edged sword because when I wasn't playing a sport, I had nowhere to release that.
Yeah.
So I was just holding it, and then like I just would explode, and I was like, nah, I need to change for myself.
No, it's a pretty dope way though. Like, I mean, a lot of people don't believe in it, but
Yeah.
it works for a lot of people, obviously, because it's something I think has been practiced for like many years.
Oh yeah, it's
So obviously it has to be some type of
right. And then
positivity.
like what gave me like, I hate to be that guy, but like watching the Joe Rogan podcast and then being like, I do that once a week, and I'm like, there you go, baby. Like that was my like, I'm cool. Like I caught a wave before it was even a thing, and I hopefully that like the whole mental health thing it's a thing now, and like we're able to talk about it, that like someone else will see this and be willing to like try something and like be outside the box with it, because it's not good to be holding stuff in for a long period of time, I feel like. But like for you, you're very calm, cool, collective. Like even when like you're upset and someone's like, I've seen it, man. Like when like people are just being assholes to you, and you just like, you just eat it, and then like you go about your day, you're professional about it. I'm like, damn, man, like I wish I had that. And like for me to have that, I had to go through this process. Yeah,
and me and my boy, well, you know, Chris.
Yeah,
we've talked about it too, and we're pretty much the same way as far as like things like that go. Like we're cool with someone until we're not. Like if someone fucks with us, like to a point, like we don't let them know. We just slowly start backing up away from them to the point where it's like we stop talking, and it's like it kind of gets to the point where it turns it on them, and they're just like, oh, do you think it was from that one time, you know? Like, and because I don't like to be like, man, fuck you, like who are you be talking like this? Or I'll just be like, oh, cool, like that's who you really are. All right, cool, like
bet.
I'll just stop talking to you. Like you're not my friend no more. But I'm not gonna tell you. I'm just gonna slowly, like, I'm gonna show you. By just like spacing myself away from them, and you know, when they hit me up, it's like, nah, dude, I'm cool. Like, I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm just like, nah, man, I'm cool. Like, I got some other plans, and that's just how I deal with things, and that's how he does. And honestly, like, for us, it works because we're not those type of people to just lash out on someone,
right.
And that's just how it works. And I don't know, like, it works for everyone. Has different ways of dealing with it, and I mean, honestly, I'm down to try some meditation. Fuck
yeah,
it.
Man. Next time we're down to Laguna, let's try it out.
Can we do it on the beach? Is that like a thing?
Yeah.
Dude,
it's like,
I want to do that.
It's a little more expensive, but yeah, we could do that.
No, we can't just fucking lay it on mat, like just me and you. I mean, you know some of the techniques.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, for sure. Like
I'm trying to pay no one. Fucking tell me how to breathe. I'm pretty sure you got some shit down. Well, you do some shit.
Yeah, now I'm down. We can most definitely run that.
Fuck yeah. All right. Well, yeah. So all right, one more. This is a pretty good one. Question: if you could go back in time, if you can go back in time, and if there's anything you could tell your younger self, what would it be?
Don't grow up too quick. I don't know about you, but I moved out when I was 17.
Yeah.
And like moving house to house and like trying to be grown, because I was like at the time at 17 I was making good money, and like you know this, and I was like, oh, I don't need mom and dad, or I don't need any help. And like now that I look back, I just would have told her like, just be a child, bro. Like have fun, like at your age that you're at, and like don't grow up too soon, because now I got these bills that I have to pay. Yeah. And like I probably could have stayed at the house way longer than and just like saved up during like all the money I spent on rent and insurance and a car and like all that stuff, and then the phone bill. I probably could have avoided a lot of that stuff. Yeah. And just like grown up when I was supposed to, but I wanted to grow up too soon. And if I told my younger self like, hey man, like I know that you're up to something, and like you want to do all these things, but like there's a time and place to do it. Yeah. No, and that's actually a good point too, because like it's such like an old person thing to say, but it's like me at my age, I'm 27, so it's like, fuck, am I 27? Holy fuck. Yeah. You ever get to that point where you just forget your age? Like someone will ask you, and you'll be like 20, you'll be like, I'm 26, and you'll be like, wait. Or maybe I'm 27. Like, you ever get there? After 21, I just forgot my fucking age. No. I'm 21 till I die. For me, it's like, this. My birthday's on leap year, so like, technically, when you're people, like 5 years old. Yeah, I'm 6. But no, when people always ask my age, I'm always like 6, and then like they're like, "You're what?" And I'm like, "I'm childish." Like, I'm gonna tell you, like. But no, yeah. So like, even like now at an older age, like I hang out with my girl's little younger brother. He's in high school. Even Ambrose to me is still younger. Yeah. And like,
I just see them and like I see them, you know, they try to act grown and stuff and they try to like be mature and it's like, dude, like you don't need to be mature. Like it's cool to like act mature and stuff and like you know, it's always a compliment when an older person's like, damn, like you're mature for your age.
Right.
That's cool and all, but at the same time it's like, dude, like in those younger years, like have fun, do things that when you're of age, like when you're like 21, like it gets to a point like once you're 21, like, yeah, that's kind of creepy, like why the fuck, you know what I'm saying, or like why the fuck are you doing that? So like in those little like years, like dude, have fun and make those mistakes. And I know honestly, like dude, like when I have kids, like I think it'll be cool to have kids. Like I'm gonna teach them right from wrong, but if they get into some trouble, like yo, that's cool, like because that's shit that you're gonna learn from. Like I don't want a kid growing up and like being, you know, adultish like at a young age. Like that's fucking terrible.
Yeah, and like I think for us, we've always looked this age.
Yeah.
Like I had facial hair at a young age.
Yeah,
I've always been this height, so like people have always treated me older. So I'm like, yeah, I'm older. And then now that I'm older, I'm like, I don't want to be old, bro.
Yeah. Like I'm not trying to toot my horn, but there's so many times that when I'm like people are like, how old are you? And I'm like, how old do you think I am? They'll be like, I don't know, maybe like 23. I'm like, fuck, like that's a good thing, you know. And I'll take that as a compliment. But do you ever get that?
Oh, I get that all the time.
They always get like Miss Sanger.
Oh yeah, all like when
for older or younger though.
Older.
Yeah.
Like especially like on the phone when they hear me talk, they're like, they always think like, I hate to say this, but they think I'm white. Like,
I can see that.
Like they hear me talk and like they're like, oh, like Skye Atondo, like oh, some white kid, like blue hair, blue eyes, and they see me, they're like, who is this guy? Like,
I'm here to meet Skye. Yeah, it's me. No, it's not.
like are you sure? Like
yeah,
I get that all the time, but I mean it just comes with the territory, like growing up. But now that I'm at this age, I want to be at a higher level, so I try to hold myself like at an older, not at an older age, but just be more mature. Like when I'm with you, bro, like you know what it is. Like
we can let loose.
Yeah. But like with people I don't know, I try to like keep myself reserved because I think growing up, a lot of times like I didn't care who was around. Yeah. And now I'm just more cautious of like what I do when people are around. Because
definitely.
Because this phones and all this phone stuff, like it's a mess.
No, 100%. Well, man, I say that's some good time right there we got going in. So I say we wrap it up. Yeah, I know you're hungry. Make some fucking chicken wings.
Oof, my favorite. Hey, just real quick, I just want to give a quick shout out to BTO one more time.
BTO.
I had to do a little fit check. And thanks Malik for stopping by, dropping off the shirts for the fam. And man.
Yeah, and remember, if you've watched this far or if you got to that part that we were talking about, DM
this shirt
at
Who is Skye?
At Who is Skye, or you can DM at the Solve the Pod. I'll relay the message to him.
Yeah.
And we'll send you a shirt. He's got some sizes. So So once again, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Facts. All right, man. Thanks to you guys for tuning in to the episode of Solve the Pod. We're out.
That was good.
Oh shit. Yeah, that was a good one actually.
That last little section was fire.
That worked.